David Grasso here at SALT with Joanne Lin of Newark Venture Partners. How you doing?
Great, thanks for having me.
So, I live in New York. Newark, New Jersey's right across the river, right? What does it have to offer to young people?
So exciting in terms of what's happening in Newark. It's one of those cities that's got an underground core art scene, music scene. If you didn't know, like Queen Latifah's from Newark, New Jersey. So there's lots happening in Newark for where New Yorkers are. It's an affordable city. It's got great infrastructure. It's easy to get to if you're working in and out of Manhattan. So we're really excited about all that's happening in the city.
So young people a lot of times are different than the past generation, right? Most of us grew up in leafy suburbs with cul-de-sacs, single family homes. The world has changed. Today's young people, even people who have families, want to live in a walkable neighborhood. But unfortunately, a lot of those areas are expensive. But Newark is kind of in a weird area where it's not really that expensive for what it is, right? And it is very accessible to New York.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's really got the best of both worlds. A lot of folks are, if you're a young person in New York, you're thinking about starting a family, you don't want to necessarily make a full move out to the suburbs of New York or New Jersey. It's really close by. It's got great, it's definitely a walkable city. We've added things like a Whole Foods opened up downtown about a year ago.
That's how you know everything's changing, yeah.
There's lots of affordable housing that's going up. There's tons of development happening in the city. There's really exciting things happening.
Has the city government been instrumental in making this happen?
Yes, yeah. So Ross Baraka, who is the mayor of the city, has been so proactive with engaging young people. So Newark has got so many things going for it. It has a huge young person population. You've got, Rutgers Business School, NJIT, all in this local downtown area. But what we used to see is a lot of that talent really leaving the area,
sure,
right? Because you didn't have those things that would want to keep young people there. And the mayor has done great things in terms of creating that culture. There's a program called Newark First Fridays, which is an extra outdoor space that during the summertime you've got artists and creatives coming out and just getting folks out into the streets to make sure that the culture is felt and people are welcome to come, and you don't have to be it used to be a stigma of like being afraid to walk around the streets
sure,
of Newark, and that really does not exist.
So how about starting a business there? Because a lot of people in our generation want to start their own business and are looking for fertile ground. Is it a good place for that?
Absolutely. And, I think being at SALT and this conference has been eye-opening in terms of opportunity zones, which have been highlighted here a lot. And so opportunity zones are this new legislation that has come into play to activate small businesses in these 8,700 zip codes across the U.S. Newark is one of those regions, and we're excited about all of the entrepreneurs that are in Newark already that are going to get some of the funding to be able to grow their businesses, and also entrepreneurs that are looking for a place to grow their business, because so in terms of businesses and early stage businesses, so Newark Venture Partners invest in early stage technology companies. Newark, compared to New York, has got about a third of the commercial real estate lease costs.
A third?
A third, yes. And you have great educational institutions, which means there's great talent to hire. Again, I kind of mentioned it before, you've got NJIT, you've got Rutgers, you've got Princeton, just a train right away. The public transportation infrastructure is amazing. So you've got all the major rail lines going along the Northeast Corridor, you've got the airport that's 15 minutes away, the path that goes right into New York City. So many key things. And then I can't forget the dark fiber that runs underneath the city. We actually have some of the fastest internet speeds in the US. Yeah, so many things that people don't know.
Yeah, and I feel like Newark is the story of a lot of cities right now. They're there, they have a lot to offer, and they've been ignored for generations. And I think our generation might be the one to change that.
Yeah, so Newark has definitely fallen into that trap of getting sort of a bad rap. There's so much there that's worth exploring and highlighting. There's a great just culture that's true to Newark. There's a great base of a community there, and we just want to highlight that, amplify it, and make sure people know.